Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. I am getting started so late on this vlog today, much later than I wanted to. I actually wanted to start, well, what time is it? Let's do a little time and temperature check, first of all. It is currently 7:19 p.m. and I don't know what the temperature is. It's been raining off and on all late last night and all day today. It's been very dark, very cloudy. The birds haven't even really wanted to go to the bird feeders today. But it's been muggy and warm outside. Oh, it says 74. And it says it got to 75 today, but it's like cloudy. And I think it's supposed to, oh, that didn't show it. I think it's supposed to maybe rain again tonight. Let's see. No rain. Doesn't show any rain. Tomorrow, is there going to be rain? What is tomorrow supposed to be like? 79 and cloudy. Saturday, 79 and partly cloudy skies during the morning hours will give way to occasional showers in the afternoon. Then Sunday is 80 degrees, partly cloudy. Monday, 78. Wednesday, 83. That's Cousin Fun Day. And mainly sunny. 85, intervals of cloud and sunshine. Then Friday and Saturday, and Sunday, thunderstorms. So, looks like we're going to be having a lot of thunderstorms. Which is affecting the painting a little bit. The painting is not done, and all the furniture is like piled up on the front porch, it's all out of order. And I was gonna put it back in order today, but it looks like they're probably gonna come out here and maybe try to get some of it done tomorrow. I don't know, they weren't out here at all today. So I don't know what's going on with the painting. There's been a lot going on with the group text message of the Coalition of Disgruntled Residents. They're like, when is it gonna get done? When is it gonna get finished? I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of in it for the long haul at this point. Some of the neighbors do not love the paint color. They keep on going, I'm like, okay, there's been one coat of paint. The trim is on it. I actually think it looks really pretty. It's not as dark a gray as we thought it was gonna be. But with the trim, which is kind of an off-white, I think it looks really pretty. I think it looks very crisp. I think it looks very nice. They've done a fantastic job on it. So the front of all the condos is done, but they haven't done the back yet. Like our windows were still taped up and stuff. So they still have to do the back. So I don't know when they're gonna do it. One of my neighbors today said that they left all the paint cans in the back, and so this was my neighbor like 2 houses down, and so she was like, I'm working on the trim on my patio. She was like, because I can't wait till end of next week to start with my patio and stuff like that. So it's like 2 or 3 people that are doing the paint job. They're very meticulous. They're extremely meticulous on their painting job, and they're super nice. But I think that some of my neighbors feel like they move pretty slow. I don't know. They're really, really nice, but they're very meticulous. The guy that was doing our patio yesterday, I went out there and talked to him, and I thought he was done, and then he came back to do the trim. They were here, and the other thing is they work really late. They're here till 8:30 at night. I just feel really bad for them. So, but I think they've done a fantastic job. So it's hard to film on the front porch because, first of all, remember the old chair that I used to sit in, and then I had to switch it to the other chair because I broke I don't know, a screw or something in the chair. So now the chair, it'll kind of move like this, but it doesn't really rock or anything anymore. It's just, something's broken in it. And Alex put the chairs together, so I don't know how to fix it. So I just moved the chairs. Well, now that chair is closest to the door, and the other chair is on the other side. And then they have the 2 tables up against the wall, and then the queen fern is right outside my door with the little nest in it and everything. I feel so bad because I'm like, I think they're not probably going to come back now that they started. I mean, it's a full nest that they built. But anyway, I was going to hang it up, and I thought, I don't want them to lay eggs and then, be in the nest, and then they come back, and then the painters come back, and then they're scared to come around. The birds don't really come around a lot while the painters and the construction people are here. So, but we're probably, I would say, a week out. I can't believe it would be much longer than that. A week out from getting the painting completely done. And then that will be, what's next week? The 12th? Is that next weekend? I just cleaned off I was going to put these glasses on, but I just cleaned off so I keep the blue ones and the clear glasses by the computer. That's what I use to. So yeah, next weekend is the 13th, 14th, and 15th. And then the landscaping guy said that the earliest he could come out here was the 16th, but if they finished earlier, he could probably get me done the next day. So for me, it's perfect. Because I'm like, okay, so then he'll come out here the 16th, the landscaping will be done. and then everything will be fine. So, and I'll probably get some plants that weekend. So that when landscaping is done, my plants will already be on the front porch. You know, it's whatever. I'm not too stressed out about it. It's so funny because, you know, I've been talking a lot lately about like peace and calm. I had a therapy session today. It totally relaxed me. We talked a lot about my anxiety and stuff, which again today was not great. And so we talked a lot about it. But, you know, my reaction to stuff today is so much different than it was. I mean, even just 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it's much better. I've talked a lot about the difference between reaction and responding. I'm just a lot calmer about stuff. I just don't get my feathers ruffled about stuff as much anymore. You know, I really think through stuff like, is the painting on the house something that like, you know, is it something that, one of my neighbors was like, what do we think about the color? Well, I was like, and could tell that they were very upset about the color. They didn't like the color now that we had picked the color. I'm like, well, there's not really a whole lot we can do about it, you know? And so I texted back in the group text. I said, let's just wait until the trim gets done. I know, but what if the trim doesn't look good? And I'm like, okay, we're borrowing a lot of trouble over paint on the side of a house. Like, let's just, it's going to be fine. It's going to, you know, brown, gray, green, it's whatever. It's paint on the side of a house. You know, 5-10 years ago, that's something I would have like got all up in arms about. But I just, in my daily life, you know, drama videos and reactions to TV shows and stuff, I get a little bit more heated than that. But in my daily life, I'm pretty calm today, you know? And I think it's, like I was talking to Tanya about this last night, like I've done a lot of work, you know? I've done a lot of work in therapy and doing inventory with my sponsor and really checking myself and hitting the pause button. I mean, there are several prayers I do that are about pause. And I'm just, you know, doing a lot of inventory on where am I putting my energy this year. I've been doing a lot of that. Like, where have I put my energy in the past? And really asking myself, like, it's interesting when you do inventory, you know, it's like, you can do inventory over anything, like resentments, whatever, anger. But I've been doing inventory over where in the last, you know, 5 to 10 years have I put a lot of, like, unnecessary energy. And it's so weird. Like, I almost kind of have to backtrack and really think through some things to be like, well, what was I so upset about at that moment, you know? I don't even remember. And I look back on it, and it's interesting when stuff will come up. And I can remember how I was at that time, and that I was like, the emotional roller coaster I was on, and the emotional baggage that I carried over things that today I would put no time or energy or effort into. I just wouldn't. And I'm not talking about serious stuff. I'm not talking about things that matter. I'm talking about, I have put in my life a lot of time and energy and thinking and scripting conversations on things that, in the grand scheme, they really don't matter. I mean, at the end of my life, I'm not going to look back on them and think, God, I'm glad I wasted 2 weeks of my life thinking about that or being consumed with it. And the inventory has really, really helped me a lot because it's in my head. And so when something comes up, like the painting or whatever, it's like, oh, well, the painters aren't done yet. Sure, I wish they were done. But you know what? It's been raining, and they're doing the best they can. And it's like, I'm not going to get bent out of shape about the fact that the painting is not done. It's like tonight, like, you know, in all honesty, when I woke up today, I did not feel great. I talked a lot about it in therapy today, but I did not feel great. And I was feeling very, very anxious. And my therapist almost kind of thinks that it's like a reaction to me not being, like, since the OCD is gone, it's almost kind of like, because we were talking about the OCD today, and I was like, you know, it comes up in a little bit every once in a while, but like I said, the rituals are really gone. Like, they are really gone. When he said to me, if you do what I'm asking you to do and you work on this, he goes, I can guarantee you in 60 to 90 days or 6 weeks or something like, I can't remember what he said, it'll be gone. And I didn't believe him. I was like, there's no way. And so when we looked at like the root causes of the OCD and where it started and how long I'd had it and what my rituals were, and then I remember, like, I think it was like the first week that he had me like work on the rituals. And he was like, okay, you're going to just work on one this week. And then it was like, I just focused on that one. I think the first one I did was the stairs or something like that. And the counting. And he was like, it's going to kind of grow over time. And I can remember it was like around 6 weeks. And I was like, saying to him, I cannot believe that this has really gone away like that. So I was telling him today, the only one that really kind of like perseveres or comes up every once in a while is, if you guys don't know about, so I've shared a lot. If you're new to the vlog, I've shared a lot on here about my social anxiety, OCD, trauma. I don't love the diagnoses, but they help me understand how I live in this world a little bit better. Post-traumatic stress disorder, all this kind of stuff, ADHD, whatever. So binge eating disorder, all of it. It just, I don't want to, you know, live my life like I'm Peter Monn and these are my diagnoses, you know. But, you know, they do help me understand how I view the world in a different way. It was really interesting because I'm watching The Pit, you know, and I love that show. And there's a scene when a guy comes in and he's on the spectrum and he like has hurt his ankle playing table tennis. And the doctor, he's not responding to the doctor at all. And he's like, the doctor's like, I can't get through to him. So he pulls in this Mel. She's this doctor. I love her character on the show. And her sister's like in this like group home or something. And she says something about her sister being on the spectrum. And so she goes in and talks to him. And she says to him, she goes, you know, like, oh, the emergency, she closes the door so it's quieter. And then she's like, it's kind of bright in here. And she turns down the lights. And she starts talking to him and asking him questions about what he's interested in. And she's like, you know, the emergency room can be like a really, really loud place and whatever, you know. And the doctor's kind of like watching her, and he's like, how did you know to talk to him like that? She's like, oh, my sister's on the spectrum. I think that's what has really helped me, like how like understanding OCD and the difference between OCD and OCPD has really been vital in understanding myself, understanding post-traumatic stress disorder, understanding all the things in my life. You know, it's like when I got sober and understanding about addiction and that this is one of the languages that I speak. I speak a language of recovery. And so the way that I maneuver through the world is going to be a lot different than somebody that's not in recovery because I have a different perspective. It's not better. It's not worse. It's just different. You know, it's like speaking a different language if you're from a different country. It's the same way. And so I have a different perspective. OCD is one of those languages that I speak that's different. And so to somebody else, it might look bizarre. To me, it felt crazy, you know, when I would start talking. It's why there was a shame associated with it that I didn't really ever want to talk about. So when I started working on it, the shame kind of started going away a little bit. And then what I realized was, you know, like today, you know, when the therapist asked me, well, if the OCD is coming up every once in a while, is there a reason why it's coming up? And I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I just didn't, you know? And so we're talking about that. That's not a bizarre question to me. There's no shame associated with it to me today. It's just how I view the world. That is my OCD, if it's coming out, is it a response to things? Because I was telling him, I feel like the lighting is so bad on this video. I said, I mean, by the way, so the reason why I'm not sitting on the front porch is because the furniture's a mess out there and I'd have to rearrange everything. So it's just easier to film in here. But anyway, and thank God Alex went out to dinner. I was like, he'll probably, because he said it'll be a short dinner tonight. So I'm like, he's going to be home before I even get done vlogging tonight. But if he does, it's whatever. But I was telling him, I said, like, the only ritual that exists and comes out at all, I mean, they are all gone. I mean, they're still, I'm still aware that they exist within inside of me. But like the counting is almost completely absent. I mean, my number is still 4. I will say probably once every 3 or 4 days I catch myself doing something in 4s. But the only thing that I really notice is the rewinding of the shows. So if you didn't watch back in the day, one of my OCD rituals, obsessive compulsive rituals, is that I rewind shows. Like if I don't hear something exactly like I'm supposed to hear it, I rewind it. And I used to have to rewind it in 4s. If I didn't get it on 4 and hear it correctly, I'd have to do it on 8s and then 12s and sometimes 16s. Because I have to do it in multiples of 4s. I know it sounds bizarre, but so anyway. But now, when it comes up, and I would say like during the course of watching a show, maybe every other night, it might come up twice. So it's really minimal compared to what it used to be. I mean, it was every show all the time. It would take me an hour and a half, 2 hours to watch a half an hour show, honestly. But now I've noticed like in the last week, and it's been since the anxiety, like I've started waking up with anxiety. Today when I woke up, the anxiety was not good, but it didn't last as long as it usually does. And so I have noticed the last couple days that like the rewinding of shows comes up. But what goes on in my head is, what's the point? Like, why are you doing this? And that helps me kind of get through it. I have to think it through. But, like, when I was talking to my therapist today about it, one of the things he said is, well, like, let's talk about, like, is the anxiety just, like, is it just a biochemical reaction that your body is responding? Or is it something that you're responding to something in the world? Like, because we were talking about how I was like, I'm happy, I'm content, I feel so peaceful and calm. And he goes, well, maybe you're not okay with that. Like, as a person that grew up in chaos, as a person that always has to have a million things to do, like, lists and organizations, like, it doesn't surprise me that your anxiety is coming out when you wake up from sleep, and also when you're the calmest at night, when you're watching your shows, you're reading, you're relaxed. That's the time the anxiety is coming out, and that's the only time that the OCD traits are coming out. And he goes, I just think it's taking you, he goes, sometimes it takes us years to get used to our new selves. He goes, I think it's just taking you a long time to get used to this new self of yours, So, yeah. Anyway, I got started. Anyway, well, that was part of my therapy session. We'll probably get back to that in a second. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm getting started later on my vlog than I wanted to, because when I woke up today, I did not feel great. And I knew I had my therapy session at 2. So I was like, well, I'm not going to film anything until after I get done with my therapy session. I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. Last night I watched 1,000-Pound Sisters, and I took my notes, so I knew I was going to do that video. I kind of had an idea for a drama video. Somebody asked yesterday, they said, I don't know who left the comment, but they said, did you post a drama video? And then I thought I saw it, and then I did not post a drama video yesterday. And I don't even know it's been years and years and years since I posted a video and then took it down. I don't know that I've ever posted a drama video and then taken it down like that. I don't know that I've ever done that, unless I got like a title wrong or a thumbnail or something like that. But it's probably been 6 or 7 years since I've done that. But no, whoever asked that, I didn't post a video and then take it down yesterday. I just did my, Wednesday, I just did my vlog and my Peter Does Stuff video yesterday. But anyway, if I was going to film today, I was just going to film my Sister Wives or 1,000-Pound Sisters reaction and maybe a drama video and then my vlog. But I had my therapy session at 2, and I just kind of did stuff around here until then. Therapy session went really great, and then after I got done with it, I felt fantastic. I don't know, I felt really good and full of hope. And therapy does that for me. It really helps me a lot. I think it helps me to, I think it helps to have a great therapist, or at least, it's like, what defines a great therapist? For me, what defines a great therapist is somebody that's like I was talking about safe places, somebody that's safe for you, somebody that listens to you, somebody that you feel comfortable with and you have a rapport with. When we picked our therapist that we have now and the one that we had before, like, the number one concern of mine was I wanted it to be somebody that understood recovery and understood, like, because he was like today talking about recovery and it's interesting, his point of view. So, because he knows a lot about like recovery, not as much as our old therapist does, but he said to me the other day, he goes, I've learned so much about recovery from you. But he's got like several friends that are sober and in 12-step programs. And so he said something to me today about like inventory and my perspective of how I view the world differently than how, and I was like, I had never thought of it that way. It'll come to me. I can't think of what we were talking about in that moment, but I was talking about that I always see things from the point of gratitude. And he's like, this is something that like 2 years ago you started really working on, was seeing things from the point of gratitude. He goes, and that's a recovery thing. He goes, but you're also able to feel your feelings. You don't always have, and remember I said like, I don't, like a year ago, I said I don't sometimes allow myself to feel all the way through my feelings, like, because I'm like, yeah, I feel like this and this is an honest feeling, but I should be grateful that, for this, or I should feel grateful for that, instead of just allowing myself to feel the feeling, that like, I'm pissed about this, or I'm angry about this, or I'm sad about this. Sometimes I don't let myself get to those core feelings because I stop myself with gratitude first. Like, I'm on my way to feeling sad or pissed, but then I'm like, no, you don't have a right to feel that way because of A, B, and C, right? So he was like, I want you to start feeling your feelings and processing that with your sponsor. And she's, pushed me on that too. But anyway, so after I got done with therapy, I was like, okay, well, I went up and I was like, I think I'm going to film this drama video first. So I filmed the drama video and then I filmed my, I started rendering it, and then I filmed so I got done at 3. Alex had told me last night, he's like, I forgot I had a dinner, so he was going out to dinner tonight. He had to work late, he had to work until like 5:30. or 6, and then he was going out to dinner with 2 girls that he used to work with, this Thai restaurant. That's why I was like, this Thai restaurant's small. The old Thai restaurant that he loved, Thai Sushi House, it closed down. He said they have one other location, but it's like in Noblesville. It used to be like in Fishers. But it's completely closed, that Thai restaurant. So he's got I think it's called Thai Villa, and he loves this place. But it's just like in a strip mall. And so I was like, I don't think they're probably going to stay there for 3 hours. I don't even think he got there till like, he texted me or he called me till like 6:30 or something like that. But I was like, okay, I got so many hours until he's going to be home and whatever. I knew I couldn't film on the front porch. By the way, this is my coffee cup that I have been using while I love this coffee mug anyway. But while I've been watching The Pit, because Noah Weil has a cup like this. I don't know what it says on it, but it's all black. It's just like this. So when I watch The Pit, last night I think I had 3 cups of decaf coffee while I was watching The Pit. But anyway, oh, so good. The community coffee. This is the dark roast. It's so delicious. So I filmed my drama video, came down here, rendered it, and then I turned around and filmed my 1,000 Pound Sisters video. I filmed on every one of my channels today, you guys. And then I did the post office unboxing video. And then I did a Peterisms video, and I was going to read the meditations, and I didn't even end up doing that. I talked about my mom's sobriety birthday, which was the 2nd, and not giving up hope, and how I had kind of given up hope by the time that my mom got sober. So I did that on my Peterisms video. I did a review of these cookies that Eve sent me. Oh, by the way, Hillary and Erica both commented on my vlog yesterday. Hillary's the one that I met at the post office, and Erica's her friend that lives out of town that is coming to visit. That totally made my day. That was so sweet that you guys did. I think it was it on my haul video, or I think it was on this vlog. And then I did my booktube video today. I filmed on every one of my channels. I did my Alex Cross video. So got all that done. Those are all literally, like, look, all uploaded and posted. That's what the check marks for the circles mean around them. All uploaded, all posted, and now I'm vlogging, and I did not walk last night. I lifted weights, I'm sore, but I didn't walk. So tonight, I'm like, I gotta walk. I've been like being a little lazy. If I get out of the walking for like 4 or 5 days, I'm in trouble. That's happened to me before, right? So I got to get back to the walking tonight. So even if I just walk for 20 or 30 minutes tonight, I've got to get back into the realm of walking. Yeah. So last night for dinner, I had, well, I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, so I filmed all my videos. And then my plan was to start vlogging by 6:30, but I was like making thumbnails, and I was like, I don't want to sit here and do all this because I don't like to do that. I don't like to sit here and work while I'm talking to you guys. I know it's distracting for you, so I mean, I want you guys to enjoy what you're watching. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get this stuff done, and then I will vlog. So my plan was to start at 6:30. Well, that didn't happen. I almost started like an hour later. So good thing that Alex is gone tonight. And then he has a dinner tomorrow night, too, with one of his friends, but he said it's not confirmed yet. So it's not confirmed yet. And then Jesse and Fufu come in next week. I'm really excited about it. Oh, but when I was in the kitchen making coffee, I was coming in here, and I was like looking at the candles, because you know all those DW home candles that I bought? I have 4 left. I've almost gone through all those candles. The Yankee candles, I still have, I think 6 in the box, because when I was in the garage, I like moved a bunch of stuff around. I've not fed my bird feeders. Like 2 of them are still halfway full, and the short green one is empty. So I've got to go out there and fill the bird feeders once I get done with this. But when I was coming back, I was looking at the candles from the kitchen, and I was like, you know what? Because I film outside now, I haven't done a candle pairing. Remember I used to trim the candles, and if you're new to my vlog, so when I used to sit here through the winter, I would pick out a candle every vlog, and then I would like do a quick review of it, and then I would sometimes do a candle pairing where I put some of the candles to, like I would like match this candle with that candle, you know? So I thought, just for old time's sake, because I miss doing this, I would do a candle pairing today. So the box that I grabbed out from underneath the cabinet is the Trader Joe's Scented Candle Trio. Lime, basil, fig and bergamot, and stone fruit and jasmine. I have no idea how much this was. Probably like $9.99 or something like that. It's cute though. Make a cute little gift, wouldn't it? Caroline always, so for birthdays and stuff like that, if you've ever been to Trader Joe's, They have like these plastic bags, not plastic, but they're like, shoot, what's that material called? It's like a recycled material, but they like shopping bags, and you can buy them, and they have all really cool art on them and stuff like that. I think they're like $1.99. They're just reusable shopping bags. So Caroline buys those, and then she'll put her favorite things from Trader Joe's, which, by the way, somebody said the shaving cream is back. We looked all for it. Caroline said she couldn't find it. So I don't know. Our Trader Joe's doesn't have the shaving cream back. But then she'll buy, like, none of the food, but she'll buy, like, candles that she loves, shaving cream, shampoo, conditioner, stuff like that. And, like, she gets cards from Trader Joe's. And then she'll put it all in the bag, and that's what she gives as a gift. Like, some of her favorite cookies and stuff. I think that's cool. I think it's a cool gift. So, anyway, let's try this candle pairing. I'm going to smell these, and I will tell you which one I am going to pair together. Now, these little candles are, there's a smaller size than this, and then this is about half the size of the regular candles. And the regular candles last about a week. Does it say on here how many hours it'll burn? Probably says 10 weeks, because the other ones say 20, or 10 hours. The other ones say 20 hours. Does it say on here? It doesn't. Lead-free cotton wick. I've got my wick trimmer and everything. So anyway, let's bring these out. Here they are. Such an exciting vlog, isn't it? Okay, this is the lime basil candle. Oh, this is called a cold throw. Ooh. That smells like this hotel that we stayed at in San Diego. What was that hotel called? Oh my God, that hotel was so nice. The pool is gorgeous. Hotel in downtown. We stayed there for the first couple parts of Alex's, or Fufu and Jesse's wedding. What was that hotel called? Does anybody remember? Boutique Hotel. Let's look that up and see. What was that hotel called? I would highly recommend that. I did like a whole video there. The Horton, no, Pendry, the Pendry San Diego. Isn't that what it is? It was so cute. And I remember in the restaurant, they had these gifts and stuff. Oh yeah, it's the Pendry. Oh my God, I love that hotel. I want to go stay there. I love a nice hotel. If you're ever in San Diego and you want to stay at a nice hotel, I would highly recommend the Pendry. San Diego Hotel, located in a historic gas lamp corridor. Oh, it's so cute. I forgot about this. But do they have like a store on here? No, gatherings, food and drink. Oh my God. So one of the restaurants had like these bookshelves of stuff you could buy. And they had these Kaddish reading glasses. I've never seen them in a store before. Do you guys remember me? I think I filmed all that. But anyway, this one, the lime basil, smells like that. Okay, we're definitely going to have to use that one. Oh, these wicks are so short. I don't even know that I have to trim them. Okay, so I'm definitely going to use that one. And let's see, this one is Stone Fruit and Jasmine. Let's see which place this reminds me of. Oh God, this does remind me of something. It reminds me of my Aunt Kathy's house. Oh, these are so good. I might save this one for Caroline, because this really reminds me of my Aunt Kathy's house. And then what's this one? Fig and bergamot. God, these are all, oh, that is so nice. That reminds me of this hotel too. It also reminds me of the one in Miami. I'm going to burn these two together. These are fantastic. And then I think I might save this one for Caroline. I miss my Aunt Kathy so much. Yeah. You know, it's weird talking about grief because, like, my husband was so close with my Aunt Kathy. I mean, he loved my Aunt Kathy, and she loved him so much. Anytime, like, we're telling a funny story or something, like at Christmas or whatever, I'll look over at Alex, and he's just, like, tearing up. Still, I mean, grief is so hard, isn't it? It's like, I don't know, I miss my mom so much, obviously, too, but my Aunt Kathy was like, it was just a different relationship that I had with her. Okay, lime basil. Let's light this one. This is like one of the only reasons I go to the gas station anymore. I don't even go for a fountain pop. I just go for these lighters to light my candles. Okay. And then the fig and bergamot. Aren't these so pretty? This little light of mine, I'm gonna make it shine. Aw, the hotel. I'll tell you the hotel room that we stayed in. It was kind of like a big suite or something. Where am I at on time? I can't really see. Am I at rooms? Let's look at the camera stopped. I had no idea it was at the end. Okay, so this is their room. I feel like we had kind of like a big room there. Was that it? A suite. Let's look at their suites. I feel like we had a corner suite, but it didn't really feel like a corner suite. But I think it was called a corner suite. Studio suite. Oh, that's what we had. We had a studio suite. It was a cute room. Yeah, it had these plaid couches in it. It was very English. Oh, that was such a cute hotel room. Isn't it so funny how you remember certain hotel rooms and stuff like that? What other suites do they have? 1-bedroom suite, 2-bedroom suites, Mylanta, specialty suites. I don't think I ever told this story. I might have told this story, but like, so, did I tell this story? I don't know if I told this story. So the night of their wedding, okay, so, you know, they got the house for us all to rent and whatever. Well, the whole upstairs was like a private suite, like had a private door to it and everything like that. So because everybody was going out, like the reception, after the reception, we all came back to the house and then they were all going out. Well, Alex stayed and changed. And then he went out with Fufu and Jesse and their friends. Carlos and Liliana wanted to go out as well as Alex's cousin that was there. Oh my God, I was just right into the second part of the video and can't say what I'm trying to say. I'm thinking of the memory. It was just such a nice night. But anyway, well, obviously because it was the wedding, but the tripod fell. Okay, so they all were going out, and so Carlos and Liliana were like, well, you know, like the kids. So Carlitos and Sebastian stayed in this like casita out back. It was really, really cool, and they loved it. This little house out back. Do you guys remember? Did I show a bunch of video around that house? That house was so cool that we had. But tile floors. It was just beautiful. Do you guys remember when I was filming in that bedroom? But anyway. So the upstairs was like this huge master suite that had like this huge, like above it had like on the roof, it had like, it was just really cool. So they were all going out to like a bar after the reception. And so it was just going to be my mother-in-law and I, and then the kids. And so I told Liliana and Sebastian, I was like, I'm just going to watch my shows anyway. So go out, have a good time, blah, blah, blah. So they all went out. So they weren't going to get home until like late anyway. And so Fufu and Jesse were just going to kind of come back and they were going to, so Alex had, for our wedding gift to them, we like gave them their honeymoon. And so they were not leaving, I can't remember when that, anyway, and then the next day we did like a beach because all their families were there and stuff. So it wasn't like they were leaving the next day for their honeymoon. So they were just going to like stay like in that private suite. It was one of the reasons why they got this specific house, because the suite upstairs, like all the other bedrooms were downstairs. And then the suite upstairs was completely separate. Like it had its own entrance and everything. And so they were just going to come back and that was going to be like their wedding suite for the night. So Alex and I were talking to Fufu, I think it was like the night before or something like that. And Fufu was telling us to plan it. And Alex was like, aren't you going to like, why don't you just get a hotel room or something like that? And Fufu was like, no, because Jesse wants to be with everybody and everybody's family is going to come over there early on a Saturday morning and whatever. So Alex told me later, he was like, should we just get them like a suite at the Pendry where we stay? I said, yeah, they would love it. Because we were telling them how much we love the hotel. So they ended up going and staying. I think Alex got them the suite for the night and whatever. They went over there and stayed there and had like breakfast in the room and stuff like the next day and all that kind of stuff. They loved that. They loved the hotel. And then they came over there and hung out with us. That weekend was so much fun. Oh my God, so much fun. Didn't I get really sick when we came back or something? Why do I feel like I was the only one that got sick and I got really, really sick after that? After their wedding. I feel like I got really sick after that. Because I remember we went to the beach and I just was not feeling good that day at all. That we went to the beach and all their friends came and her sisters and her parents were there. But anyway, I'm excited to see them. They're coming next week. I cannot wait to meet my nephew. Oh my God. They send us pictures all the time. He is so sweet and so adorable. I wish we lived closer so we could see him. You know, people ask us all the time about like getting a place and whatever. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Do you have $2 million to buy a place in San Diego? Because we don't. And that's about how much it costs to buy a place out there. But We used to really want a place in Miami, and we haven't completely ruled that out. I mean, the goal right now is to get this place completely done, and we don't really even want to start on it until we have the money to do all of it. So that's what the setback is. It's interesting because people every once in a while be like, yeah, you said you were going to start your house repairs like several years ago. Well, I mean, our basement was quoted to be like between like 80 and 100, 60 on a low end to have it done the way that we want to do it. The upstairs bathroom was quoted at between 60 and 80. The kitchen, how we want it redone, was quoted about 30 or 40 by a friend of ours that's a contractor. In total, we are probably going to put $250 into this house. I don't have that kind of money. It's just like laying around. Like, that's a lot of money, right? One of the things that Caroline suggested was like doing the basement first, because then I could work down there and they could do the rest of the stuff. But we don't really want to start something and then 5 years later do another room, 5 years. We want to kind of like do a room, 3 months later do a room, 3 months later do a room, so that in 2 years or 3 years, the whole place is done. Does that make sense? And then after that would come the buying of a place in Miami, but we're kind of leaning to San Diego now. I mean, Fufu and Jesse are never going to move out of San Diego. There was a period where they were kind of like thinking about maybe moving back to Indiana, but her sisters live in like North California, Los Angeles, and her one sister lives in Los Angeles, her other sister lives in San Francisco, and her other sister lives in Colorado and Denver. So all her sisters are out there. So they're not moving back. They were going to move back to Indiana because all the family's here, but they're going to stay out there. Jesse and Fufu are probably going to have like 4 kids. They want to have a lot of kids. I would love to have a place, and Alex and I have talked about it, so that my mother-in-law could go out there and she could stay whenever she wanted to. It wouldn't necessarily be a place that we would rent out. I've never really wanted to get, I mean, Alex wanted to get a place in Miami that we could like rent out as Airbnb. I've never really wanted to do that. I wanted to just have a place that we could go whenever we wanted to and stay as long as we wanted to. So, I mean, it's still our plan. We just don't know when it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Somebody want to gift us $1 million? Because if you wanted to gift us $1 million, we could definitely get started on that plan tomorrow. But it's not happening anytime, you know, in the near future. The basement, that might be something that's happening. I mean, we've been like saving for a while and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so that was my day today. The candle pairing's gone. Well, I don't really smell them yet. These Trader Joe's candles, like, they take probably half an hour or so to start really smelling. I love that hotel, though, so much, the Pendry. It kind of reminded me of this hotel. It was behind the Viper Lounge in Los Angeles in West Hollywood. Hotel behind Viper Lounge that we stayed in West Hollywood. What was that hotel called? It was really cute, too. Was it I feel like it was a Mondrian hotel. I think Alex ended up finding that hotel. No, it wasn't the Mondrian. The London, West Hollywood. That's what it was. Let's look it up and see. It was really a cute hotel. Both the hotels I stayed when I was out there were cute. I kind of like boutique-ish kind of hotels. The London, West Hollywood. I don't remember going to the pool. Did we go to the pool there? I feel like maybe it was too cold when we went out there. I left a North Face jacket in the back of an Uber when I was out there. Let's see. Is this the hotel? Why does this not look like the hotel? Why do I feel like that was the name of the hotel, but this sure doesn't look like the hotel? I don't remember this. Suites. They're all suites? Oh, this is the hotel we stayed at. Is this the hotel that I stayed at the second time, or is this the hotel that we stayed at the first time? Your Premier Suite Collection. I don't remember where I stayed the second time. It was a different one. It was a bigger hotel room the second time. It's not letting me scan down. Anyway, doesn't matter. I love staying in hotels so much. So last night, I lifted weights while the vlog was rendering. And then when I got done with that and it was uploading, I uploaded on my phone so it would upload quicker last night. I ate last night and I had my hummus wrap sandwich and I had part of the salad. Well, the orzo salad, I bought one of those. And then I had, I can't remember now. I had, because I put the salad back because I only ate half of it. Oh, cottage cheese. And I had one of the burger patties, the vegan burger patties. So good. And yeah, and I watched Love After Lockup season 2, and I finished season 2. And so now I'm on the episode, and I'll probably watch this episode tonight while I'm eating. I'm on the episode that is about, what do you call it? It's like all the moments that the cast from season 1 and season 2, well, not all the cast, but some of them go back and watch. So it's like their reaction to it. And then after that episode is Life After Lockup. And then Nikki is going to start watching that with me. So I told her, I said, you might want to watch this episode because it will kind of remind you of what happened on season 1 and season 2. I have my favorites right now. It's hard talking about those seasons because I know that a lot of those people are like incarcerated again. Some people have passed away. I definitely really, really like Brittany and Marcelino. I'm not a big Marcelino fan, but I love Brittany. I love Brittany so much. She actually reminds me of a lot of friends of mine, a couple friends of mine. There's something about her I really like. Lizzie and Scott, I do not like that. I think that Lizzie woman is a user. Nikki was telling me she's super religious now. Nikki follows like literally all these people on Instagram. We were talking about some other reality show, and she's like, oh, I follow her on Instagram. I was like, you follow like all the housewives? She's like, I follow everybody that I watch on any TV show. If it's a cast, like reality show, I follow them. So I got that done last night. And I had to watch 2 episodes to get it, 2.5 episodes to finish it. So I did that. And then finally it was like 9 o'clock, or it was like 10 till 9. Alex was so excited for Love Island to be on last night. He was so excited. I'm sure like, that's probably, isn't it on tonight? Hold on, let's look and see. Because he was telling me that the schedule is different. It's only on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays or something. Is Love Island on tonight? Let's see if it is. Episodes are released at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh, let's look at the schedule, the release schedule. Saturday's episodes reserved for is it every day of the week, even on Saturdays and Sundays? When will Love Island episodes be released? The Love Island USA seasons, Alex said there's drama on it already. Season 7 premiere was set to air on Peacock on Tuesday, June 3rd, though it ended up dropping about 40 minutes behind schedule. Peacock did not specify a reason for the delay, because it got people more excited, I bet. Newest episodes are scheduled to drop daily. Is he home? He would have texted. Why do I hear the garage door? Oh, I thought he would have texted me on his way home. New episodes are scheduled to drop daily for the remainder of the premiere week through Sunday. Oh my God, this weekend too. Episodes are released at 9 p.m. Saturday's episode is reserved for After Sun, the dating program's talk show. Starting next week, June 9th, the show's streaming schedule will be Thursdays to Tuesdays, meaning the only day without a new episode will be Wednesdays. Oh, okay. So, Wednesdays are the only week. Which Islanders were coupled up during the first episode? Do I know any of these people? I don't know any of these people. Should I know these people? So anyway, I laid down and took a nap last night. Can I just show you what one of my ads is, you guys? This is so cheesy, okay? This is how the algorithm works. You know it's the algorithm, because I can tell you, I am guaranteed that not one other person in the entire world that is looking up this article on USA Today about Love Island is getting this ad. Do you know what there was an ad for underneath this? True story. I'm not even lying to you. Apple Pie Adventure by Cynthia Blair. Book 10. That's that chick that I was talking about. That writer that wrote the Bubblegum Gang series. I was just looking up. Apple Pie Adventure, Book 10. Here, let's click on it and see what it says. Thrift Books. Took me right to Thrift Books. Book 10 in the Pratt Twin series. Apple Pie Adventure. Does that mean I should buy those? Let me go can I get all of them? Book 1, the Banana Split Affair. Book 2. Well, Book 4 is out of stock. So what the F do you do about Book 4? Book 4 and Book 8 are out of stock. And Book 11, 12, and 13 are out of stock. What is this? Sisters by Jennifer Cole. What's this series? What is this madness? Sisters series by Jennifer Cole. Let's read about this. The Sisters book series by multiple authors includes books Three's a Crowd, Too Late for Love, The Kiss, and several more. See the complete... Why are they written by different people? Jennifer Cole. What's the first book? Three's a Crowd. Let's read what this... When did it come out? Why is this cracking me up? 1986. How much fun can you have when your parents are away? The three Lewis sisters, Nicole, Cindy, and Molly, set out to discover just that, and wowee, till they find it. No housework, no homework, a big party, and plenty of boys. It all sounds terrific. It always says on Thrift Book, this description may be from another edition of this product. I don't know what that means. Sisters, I think I'll pass on that. Nikki was talking, what are these? Oh my God, there's all of these. Change of Hearts, Couples #1 by Linda Cooney. Is Linda Cooney related to Caroline Cooney? Because she's the one that wrote the Face in the Milk Carton. And right here, it's Trying Out, Cheerleaders #1. What is this? I want to read this series by Caroline Cooney. The cheerleading series. Have you guys ever heard of this? Oh my God. Are they... Why is there, like, they're all written by different people, though? Cheerleading and Flirting. By Diana Ho! Oh my God, I love her writing so much. Flirting Cheerleaders. They're both book 7. But it says out of stock, $6.49. I'm confusion. Viking, Ships, and Sunrise. Cheerleaders #16. That cover doesn't even look like it belongs in this series. Super Edition, Spring Fever. Book number... How many books are there? Okay, Nikki said the other night, we're talking about, like, old series to read again, and she said Sweet Valley High. Sweet Valley High. I've never read this. Is there, like... Let's go in here to the Sweet Valley High books, and let's see The Wedding. Sweet Valley High. Okay, can you buy all the books in the series? Thrift book series are... Okay, wait. 1... Okay, how many until they're out of print? Oh, you can buy all of them. Should I buy all the Sweet Valley High books and read them all? Oh my God, that would be so hilarious, wouldn't it? How many books are in the series? They're all available, like literally every single one. Sweet Valley High. Oh no, book 48 is out. What would you do, Slam Book Fever? Is that the only one? How many of them are there? My God. The Ghost of Trisha Martin. Who's she? These covers are just, and they are fantastic. Literally, oh wait, no. The New Elizabeth, book 63, it's out of print. Or it's out of stock. Starring Jessica is out of stock. Are there, I mean, how many books are there in the series? Oh my God, there's like more than 130. Sweet Valley High. 143 books in the series. Did anybody ever read the entire Sweet Valley High series? I think I won't start with them. I don't think I can get through 143 books. I have no real desire to read those books. Anyway, so last night I got up and took a shower, put my comfy clothes on, comfy pajamas on, stuff like that, and did my prayers and meditations, and then I watched 1,000 Pound Sisters, and I took my notes on it, and then I read for like 2 hours, and I read all my books last night, but not a lot in all my books. That Ice Alien Barbarians or whatever, it is truly smut. It is 100% smut. She is talking about her P and her C all the time. I mean, it is, and using those words. I was telling Tanya last night, she's like, do you think I would like it? I said, I think it's like, do you remember when we went to go see 50 Shades of Grey? So Tanya's one of her, it's not her niece, but it's kind of like her niece, but she's a lot older. Anyway, she loved those books so much. So we went and saw it. Did I ever tell you the story about 50 Shades of Grey? So we went and saw it. It was like Valentine's Day week or something. It was so cold outside. And so her niece, who at the time was like 30 or something, 32, she brought like, been married for like, she was just in her, you know, fantasy of all this. Been married for a couple years. She's like, oh, you know, she loved the 50 Shades of Grey books. So she brought this blanket and this pillow and everything to get comfortable, you know, anyway, so it was her and Tanya and then me. And then there was like 1 or 2 other couples behind us. There was one couple that was like right behind us. Tanya and I were so bad. We got laughing so hard in that stupid movie where she was like, and her niece would be like, she'd be like, Tanya, like, this is serious. We were laughing so hard when, especially, was it Anne Hathaway? Who was in that movie? And she was like, it wasn't Anne Hathaway, was it? She has better, she knew better than to be in that movie. That movie was stupid. Anyway, I did read those books though. Well, everybody I knew at the time was reading those 50 Shades of Grey books. They all ended on cliffhangers. So I read all of them. I didn't read, somebody said the other day, they were like, or a while ago, you should read it from the books from his points of view or something, and also like the Twilight ones, which wasn't 50 Shades of Grey like Twilight fan fiction spinoff or something like that. I was like, no, I had enough of those 50 Shades of Grey books. E.L. James, was that her name? Anyway, but we were there, and Tanya and I, we literally giggled like little kids through that whole movie. Do not put it, have you ever seen those memes? Tanya sends them to me every time, where it's like, me and my bestie getting kicked out of heaven because of this, or, you know, me and my bestie, the kidnappers let us go because we're so annoying. Tanya sends that shit to me all the time. It's so true, though. So, we're in there. This couple got mad at us behind her, and so did her niece, because we were giggling. Like, when he was like, I mean, Tanya and I was like, I was leaning this way, she was leaning this way. We're like, about what he was talking about. That's my game room and all that kind of stuff. Who was in that movie? Did she go on to do anything? Let's look this up. Hold on. I still got that website from yesterday, Society for Unusual Books, which I love that somebody commented on my vlog and said, for those of you that didn't listen or something, Society for Unusual Books, just in case you... Is there another 50 Shades of Grey movie? I never watched that movie, if there's more than one, of Grey movie cast. Jamie Dornan. I like him. Dakota Johnson. Is she the one that played that? I don't remember her. What else has she been in? Is she... Okay. Oh, she's been in all the movies. There's all of them. What else was she in? Isn't she real famous for something else? Dakota... Oh, she's Melanie Griffith and Don Johnson's daughter. Oh, I think I remember that from that time. Jamie Dornan, is he in that one show called The Tourist? Is that him? Let's look up his... Who's the guy? Let's just look up The Tourist cast. That would be easier, wouldn't it? Wasn't Jamie Dornan in something else? The Tourist cast. Who's the guy that's in The Tourist? Because he is so good looking. It is him, isn't it? He is so... Is that Jamie Dornan? It is! And Danielle McDonald. I loved her. How old is Jamie Dornan? 43 years old. He is older than my husband. Who's the Spice? Amelia Warner. Do they have a game room? Oh my God! Okay, look, I could probably open my Instagram right now, and I can tell you right now, Tawny Jean has probably sent me one of those things. I mean, true story, she probably has. She sends me these all the time. Here it is. Okay, wait. Oh, I sent her one. She sent me the... Have you guys seen these? I gotta turn the volume down.
She by Sheree. Joggers.
Have you seen these?
What happened to She by Sheree? Joggers. Excuse me? Joggers. It's more lifestyle.
So he's talking about your clothing line, She by Sheree. Are you bringing it back? Oh.
So if I'm going with it...
Oh my God, I love those so much. Okay, so where is it that Tanya sends me these things? She sends me these... We just send these stupid memes back to each other back and forth. Hold on a second. This one I sent to Tanya. It says, Cheryl, Christian mom, hates rap, 5 kids. Okay, where is the ones that Tanya sends me? Where are these at? Okay. Did you guys hear Drita is going to be on House of Villains? This, Tanya said, me and my bestie sitting around not judging. This is Leslie Jordan.
Well, I don't judge. To each his own. I guess every garbage can has its lid, but, oh, well, I don't judge.
Where does she... Oh, she said, okay, and then White Lotus, constantly like, you want to move to Taiwan? Tanya sent me those like 5 times in a row. Here, I'll show you some of the things I've sent Tanya. This one, God, when you're in heaven with your bestie, says, you two are about to get your wings. Buffalo, honey, barbecue, or garlic parm. God, get out. Anyone with these 2 people on there, Tanya sends to me. This is, I sent this to Tanya. When I'm having a bad day and someone says I look pretty. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta turn the volume down, hold on. This is when I'm having a bad day and someone says I look pretty. He starts smiling. Oh, here's one Tanya sent me. Me and my bestie, after the kidnapper let us go, saying, I can't handle you two. You seriously need help. Oh, my God. Anyway. What was I going to tell you? Oh, here my husband posts. Oh, he posted his dinner that he's having. Fried rice, some kind of soup. Looks good. He asked me if I want him to bring me anything. Oh, are the Pacers playing tonight? Melissa posted about the Pacers. I guess I should probably know that, shouldn't I? Since that's what anybody in Indianapolis ever wants to talk about is the Pacers. Pacers tonight. It's in Indianapolis, I think. Oh, wait. Tonight, 8:30 p.m. It's starting in 15 minutes. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is the final game 4. Do they have to win? They have to win 4 out of 7, right? And they're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay. Buy tickets. How can I watch the Pacer game tonight? Who is the most... So, I don't know if you guys know this, but, like, are they in Indianapolis tonight? Where? A lot of Alex's friends are Pacemates. Where? They're here in town, aren't they? Pacers final tickets. Yeah, Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Where are the Pacers playing? Play their home games at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. They are currently playing in the NBA Finals against Oklahoma City Thunder with their home games at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. That is tonight. Let's look up Ticketmaster and see how much a ticket is. Are they even available anymore? Somebody said the tickets... Because Fufu was in New York for the last game that they played against the Knicks, and he was like... Can you even believe I'm having this conversation? I knew it was the Knicks. And he was there for a work trip, and I said, are you going to... Because Fufu's like the biggest Pacers fan in the world. And I said, except for this girl that I know that's sober, and I love her so much. Tanya used to sponsor her. She goes to every game. But I said to Fufu, I said, are you going to go? And he goes, I don't have that kind of money. And he went to a baseball game instead. Okay, June 5th. Oh, it's not. It's... How are they here? What? So it's in Oklahoma City tonight. Okay. Find tickets. Let's see if we could go to Oklahoma tonight. How much would tickets be? Can you even get finals tickets anymore? Prices are all in. See the cost of ticket up front, accept and continue. Okay. Oh my god, they start at $4.86 a ticket. What? Oh my god. For a basketball game? No, ma'am. Okay, so anyway, I read last night for a long time. And then, what did I do after that? Okay, I watched 1,000 Pound Sisters, and I read, and then I watched, like, 3 hours. I'm on episode 10. I'm starting episode 10. Or did I... No, I finished the episode that I was watching. That was 9. So I've got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 16 episodes of... What's that show called that I'm watching? The Pit. It's so good. It is so sad, you guys, though. I bawled my eyes out, okay? First of all, too many kids that die on that show. It's just... I mean, it's so realistic, and they show so much. It's really... It's interesting because... all the characters are really endearing. There's only like one person I don't really like on the show. And if you've watched it, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the one intern. And I don't really like her, but they wrote her character so you wouldn't like her. Those candles are smelling really good now all of a sudden. I feel like I'm at the Flag Factory. Do you guys remember that from RuPaul's Drag Race when Simone says that? Factory. Anyway, God, they smell good. These are not going to burn long, though, I can tell you, because they're already, you can't really tell with the light, but they're already kind of a little bit down. What was I going to say? Yeah, I'm loving the show. So, you know, I'm sure it got, Mel just texted me. She said, Happy Friday Eve. What can I text her back that would be funny? Is there like a holiday on June 5th holiday? Is it like some weird holiday today or something like that? What is celebrated on June 5th? World Environment Day. She won't think that's funny. National Ketchup Day. I'm gonna send her this. I'm gonna screenshot it. Okay. Pretty woman. Happy National Ketchup Day. Oh, this is when you know your life is so boring. How do you put a picture in there, though? You don't? How do you do that? Oh, shit. Okay. Can you copy? Copy. Paste. Will this work? Oh, it did! Oh, look at that! I have to put LOL or she'll think I'm being serious. Okay. We'll see what she says here in a second. So I watched that last night. I love it. I was going to look up and see when the pit. What is tomorrow? What big holiday is tomorrow? Do we know? 6. It's also National Gingerbread Day, National Moonshine Day, National Veggie Burger Day is today. All right. National Start Over Day. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Should we look about that? Should we look about that? Let's hear what National Start Over Day is. Today is June 5th on the national calendar, and it's National Start Over Day, intended to remind you it's perfectly fine to start over. I agree. Today's National Day is about making the decision to accept failure and start over from scratch. I love this. Do you remember that old saying, if at first you don't succeed, then try again? All of us seem to have heard it one time or another in our life. I think I've heard it a lot. We can all agree, oh, this candle smells so good. We can all agree it has been used to inspire us to never give up and keep trying. Today, we want to remind everyone, despite any setbacks you may have, don't give up, keep going, even if that means starting over. I love that. What is failure? In a nutshell, failure is when a person does not succeed or has not met expectations of a specific situation, goal, or task. Do we not know it? Do we need to put this in this article? Failure means different things to different people, which is why our ideas about failure differ. Even though society plays a significant role in what we think should be success, the idealia. I think I just invented a new word, the idealia. The idea of failure, right in the middle of my idealia, the camera stopped at the 30-minute mark. Even though society plays a significant role in what we think should be success, the idea of failure comes from our own personal beliefs. 6 adult ideas of failure. Receiving a bad work performance review. Oh, I get one of those every day from at least one disgruntled customer is not happy with something I do. But I don't consider that failure. I don't, you know. Like my old sponsor used to say, every day that you get up and you're not 6 feet under is, listen, you got to find some success in that. You got to feel blessed, you know. Number 2, forgetting a special occasion. I agree with that. Number 3, getting terminated from a job. Oh, that feels like failure, doesn't it? I don't think I've ever been fired from a job, actually. Have I ever been fired from a job? I have never been fired from a job. Ever. Well, I really only had one job, you know, I mean, working in treatment. And beside people out there swearing that I got fired. No, I resigned. I resigned from that position. Misspelling or losing money. Oh, misspending. I was like, misspelling money. Misspending or losing money. That doesn't happen to me. Well, misspending. Let's be for real. I've misspent a lot of money. Missing an important appointment. Breaking a family heirloom. I can't. 6 childhood ideals of failure. Getting a bad grade on a test. Yeah, that felt like failure. Putting off or avoiding chores. I had a friend of mine the other day. This is why I was thinking about the one about getting fired probably. I had a friend of mine the other day that lost her job. And she was so upset about it. And I felt so bad for her when I was talking to her on the phone. And this is nobody that I've ever talked about on here before. But anyway, because if I don't say that, then people will be like, who is it? Who is it? It's Valerini. She lost her job at the casino. Actually, I was texting her yesterday. Hey, Valerini. But my friend was really, really upset. And, you know, I think whenever, like, you have disappointment in life or you don't think an opportunity is going to happen, like I said, I've never been fired from a job. But I've had enough people in my life that have, that I can imagine how that feels. Or I think I've probably had more friends that have gotten laid off from positions that they've, like, that they have not, like, had in the company anymore. There's a lot of downsizing going on. I mean, in any company across the country right now, you know? It's a hard time for jobs. It's a hard time for jobs. And so I was talking to my friend the other day, and she was really, really upset about it. And she was like, you know, and it wasn't, like, anything that she did. That's not why they let her go or anything. And I said, don't personalize something that's not personal. I have lost opportunities before that had absolutely nothing to do with me. It just decided that somebody else decided to go in another direction or whatever. And it's really hard in those situations to not personalize it. Even with breakups, you know? I remember my first boyfriend after I got sober, my first boyfriend that I was with for like 4.5 years. When we finally, I mean, at first I was devastated. But when we sat down and talked about it later, and he was like, we just want different things. You know, he was really wanting to go to circuit parties and DJ. He's a DJ. And he was like really wanting to do circuit parties and DJ and stuff like that. I'm not talking about like once in 6 months. I'm talking all the time. And I was like, that is not the life I want. He's like, and I totally understand that. He's like, but we want different things, you know? And, you know, he said to me he wasn't in love with me, and I realized I wasn't in love with him, and it hurt, you know? But at first it felt like a failure. I remember coming over to my mom's house, coming over here, and feeling like the air just like gone right out of the room, you know? Because I took it personally. But when I sat and listened to what he said, and listened to that, it was about, I mean, he was right. We wanted two different things. I would never have been happy with the direction that his life went, you know? I mean, he was working in clubs, he was DJing, he was like out all the time. He was going here, going to different towns with his brother, who since passed away, but his brother was gay too. And so they were going, circuit parties are like gay, big parties that, anyway, he was going to those things. I never wanted to do that. I was never interested in that, you know? And so he was right, but I took it as a personal thing. And so I was saying to my friend the other day, I was like, this isn't about you at all. Like, you didn't lose the job because of this. She goes, but it feels like I did. And I said, I understand that. Failure sometimes feels very personal. Somebody just texted me. Oh, it's probably Mel. I said, I think we often want to personalize it, because if we can personalize a failure in our life, if you drop a family heirloom and you lose it, well, or you break it, like, it's hard not to personalize that. You did that. I've done things like that before. But if it's something like a missed opportunity or something like that, I'm not talking about a relationship where it's, I'm not talking about like really horrible situations. I'm talking about, like with that situation, he was right, and he saw it before I did, that we were going in different directions, you know? This is always what I wanted. I mean, you know, it's interesting because when Alex and I first got together, I mean, where we are today, it's like our life looks like half like of what, you know, I mean, he's settled down so much, and I've kind of opened up more, if that makes sense. You know, like, I was never like really wanting to go to music festivals and stuff like that or going out, but then the first 4 years we went out a lot. And now he doesn't really go out that much except for the dinners. And I like to stay home. And so we have like, you know, where we love to travel together. We've been planning trips for the next year and a half. We've been looking at all different kinds of trips, some fun, exciting trips. And so, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's the perfect, and then my last boyfriend, my last ex, like, we were complete, other than going to the casino, complete homebodies. Like, never did anything, never left the house, watched TV all the time. And so it's kind of like a mix between all of it, and I think it works for us, you know? I think I had to go through those things to realize I'm not a failure. I don't like when relationships fall apart, they refer to them as failures. You know, if you do 5 or 6 things wrong and you get fired for it, I mean, I had a friend of mine back in the day that, well, I found out that she had passed away. I think I told you guys that. She passed away like 2 years ago. But anyway, I worked with her. And I remember when she got fired, and it wasn't like anything huge. It was like 10 things she got fired for. And I remember she said to me, like, I got paper trailed. She was like, they wanted me gone. Like, there was like 10 things, you know? But then it's interesting because when she left there, it was like another opportunity opened for her. I mean, I am such a believer that when one door closes, another one opens, you know? Another opportunity opened for her. And I think in that moment, it's so hard to see that. Do not throw that shit in my face when I'm going through like a breakup or, you know, I'm sad or whatever. But down the road, to be open to, when you are feeling a little bit better, to be open to, well, maybe that job didn't work out for me because this has happened to me. You know, I have learned more from my mistakes in life and my failures than I have from my successes. I have had more opportunities happen because of closed doors than because every door has been opened. But I think we expect to go through life with doors always being opened, you know? And then that's how life should be. I think that is how life is for some people, but not most. I think that most of life, you know, is having to learn as you go. But anyway, I was telling my friend that the other day, and she just was really having a hard time. She's like, I think it's me. And I said, you know, well, how many people did they like let go of? And it was a lot. And I was like, so it's personal about all of them? She's like, I know what you're feeling, but it feels personal. And I said, I understand, sweetie, it feels personal. I can't imagine, you know, the battery just went to the halfway mark. But sometimes it's not, you know. Adult ideas of failure. Oh, we already read through this. What does it say down here? Let's get past all this. Why is failing important? Failing is important because it allows you to give someone another try. Trust the process of what you can learn, or what you learn along the failure journey. Failure journey. I like that saying. Change a few things and start from scratch to make it a success. Don't be discouraged. Some people may have to make several attempts to reach their goal. Taking another chance and starting over teaches you determination. Just know starting over can and will cause some anxiety. Do not be afraid to keep going. Starting over means a new beginning and a new adventure. You can do it. You know, it's interesting because it's kind of this joke now. I'm going joke. I'm going to start another channel, or I'm not going to start another channel. You know, but like in that moment, I'm always so excited. You know, like a new idea, even if the ideas never come to fruition. It's like the idea of having an idea. What did I? Oh, the battery's flashing. Anyway, oh, let me go get another battery. I'll be back in 2 and 2. It's getting late, and is this going down? Oh, the tripod. Hold on a second. Lock it in place. Okay, I didn't want it to fall again. It's getting late and I still want to walk, so I can't talk a whole lot longer. But you know, any new idea I have, even if nothing happens with it and I just write it as a note in my thing and then a year later I look at it, it's the excitement that comes with coming up with that. So I do agree with this idea of, this is going to be good, hold on. Just know starting over can and will cause some anxiety. Do not be afraid to keep going. Starting over means a new beginning and a new adventure. You can do it. Do you know what's interesting is, okay, so this vlog, which is my heartstone, I love this vlog so much. I started this the last day of 2016. And I started it because my drama channel was, like, people really weren't that interested in it anymore. So I was like, well, I'm gonna start a vlog channel because I've watched vlog channels, I love it. And that's when I started it. And I remember when I first started this, people were like, this is not a vlog channel. Like a vlog, a daily vlog is when people like show you what they're doing in a day. And I was like, well, this is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna talk to the camera for an hour. And it started at like 15 minutes. And then remember like my first couple videos were like 15, 20 minutes. And now it's just kind of progressed over this. I love this channel so much. And so this channel was really started out of a desire to like, I just need to do something different because I don't think people are really interested in my drama channel anymore, you know? And I kept my drama channel, I loved it, and I've had high highs and I've had low lows over there. But that was why I started this vlog channel, you know? And I don't regret it at all. I mean, this is the 9th year of the vlog channel. We're halfway through the 9th year. Like, that is crazy. It's crazy to think that 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, this is the 9th year of doing this vlog channel consistently. 6 ways to change failure into success. See, this is how I fall down rabbit holes because I love to read this stuff. Changing your mindset after failure by determining why you failed and then turning the failure into a teaching tool. I love that. Failing does not mean you are a failure. Okay, that is really important, okay? That, like, if you mess up at something or you fail at it, like, you are not the failure. You are not what happened. With anything, not just the term failure, but I think that's such a hard thing. Like, when something happens to us, we think we become that. Does that make sense? Failing does not mean you are a failure. It means you've been given opportunity to fix mistakes that will help you succeed when you decide to try again. Learning your own beliefs about failure without comparing them to other expectations will help you focus on doing what is right for you. Committing yourself to achieve success after failure will boost your confidence about your personal abilities, goals, and expectations. I don't love these. Celebrate National Start Over Day. Make a plan to restart something you failed at before and do it. Walking. Well, I didn't fail at walking. I didn't succeed. I've been doing really, really good. I just took a couple days off. Share your failures with your peers to help find ways to make things... See? I'm doing that. Read about the greatest failures in history that turned into a success. How do you do that? Encourage someone who feels like they are a failure. I was talking to my friend the other day. Let them know failing is normal and they can try again. Share stories of failures that became success on social media and tag National Start Over Day. No, I don't want to do that. Biggest failures in history that became successes. Let's see what that says. Many famous historical figures experience... Okay, Walt Disney. He was fired from his newspaper job for lacking imagination. Oh, and his first animation studio went bankrupt, but he eventually built a Disney empire. Thomas Edison. He failed countless times before inventing the light bulb, but his persistence led to numerous inventions and a major impact on the world. Albert Einstein, labeled as mentally slow in school, he later became one of the world's most brilliant scientists. Oprah Winfrey. She was fired from her first job as a news anchor, but she went on to become a successful talk show host and media mogul. Henry Ford. His first 2 car companies failed before he founded the Ford Motor Company, demonstrating his ability to learn from past mistakes. Michael Jordan. He was cut from his high school basketball... I did not know that. High school basketball team, yet he became one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Interesting. Elvis Presley was fired from the Grand Ole Opry, but he went on to become a music legend. Oh, wow. Colonel Sanders was rejected from over 1,000 times before finding a franchise partner for KFC. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times, but became a successful filmmaker. John Grisham's first book, A Time to Kill, was rejected 28 times before it was published. Abraham Lincoln faced numerous defeats before becoming president. There's a lot of these on here. Interesting. Aren't those so interesting? There are 8 more, it says. Vincent van Gogh. He couldn't get rid of his paintings, but his paintings are now worth upwards of $100 million. Crazy. Uh, 12 inspiring stories of overcoming failure. I do think it's all perspective, right? It's all looking at things differently. Should we look and see what national holidays are tomorrow? That might be a good thing to look at. Friday the 6th. Should we pick another holiday to celebrate? This is kind of fun. I didn't know there were so many holidays. June 6th birthday. Okay. Tomorrow is National Eyewear Day. National Higher Education Day. National Donut Day. First Friday in June. National Applesauce Cake Day. I love applesauce cake. Oh, tomorrow is National Drive-In Movie Day. My old sponsor used to own a drive-in movie theater. Did you know that? National Gardening Exercise Day. National Yo-Yo Day. I can't yo-yo to save my life. Anything on Saturday? Anything? I'm just... World Caring Day. National Oklahoma Day. National Bubbly Day. Prairie. Oh, Prairie Day! I want to live on Little House in the Prairie. Na, 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 na. Let's look up best lines from Little House. My favorite line from Little House on the Prairie. On the Prairie is when Nellie invites Mary and Laura at her birthday party. And they come and they show up in their church outfits. And Nellie Olson says, "What are you wearing?" And Laura goes, "Our Sunday best. Our Sunday best." Somebody told me they have a podcast. I think it was Vic told me that they have a podcast now together. Somebody said they have a podcast together. Anyway, and she said, "Our Sunday best." Nellie goes, "Country girls." Ow! You're going to poke your eye out. Funniest lines. Let's look at the funniest lines. Funniest lines for Little House on the Prairie. Okay. Nellie Olson's quirky lines. "Half the time you don't even smell like a girl. You're either sweaty or you stink of fish," she says. A classic example of Nellie's sarcastic and sometimes harsh remarks. "If God wanted me to talk with my hands, he wouldn't have given me a mouth." Oh, Lord. Okay. Laura Ingalls' witty observations. "Big people have all the fun." In the book series, Laura's Pa sometimes calls her half pint. Well, in the TV show, too. That's why you can't trust AI, because they don't know what they're talking about. He always called her half pint on the TV show. List some of your favorite lines in Little House on the Prairie. Are any of them funny? Oh, Nels. I forgot that the husband's name was Nels. Do they still... Lemon verbena. Can you get lemon verbena oil? I spell lemon. L-E-B-A-N. This is why it's dangerous for me to sit in front of a computer. I'm like, oh my God. Anything I possibly want to know. Do snakes poop? Lemon verbena. Oh, perfume. Oh, they do have it. Oh my God. Can you get it? Or can you get it? I should get some. Little House. Oh, it does come up because it's the teacher. Where to buy lemon verbena perfume in Little House on the Prairie? Because that was the teacher's favorite. While there's no official Miss Beadle's lemon verbena perfume available for purchase in stores, you can find inspired versions or make your own. I want the inspired version. Oh, here on Etsy you can get it. Mrs. Beadle's lemon verbena perfume. Oh my God. It's $12.99. Oh, this shop is taking a short break. Of course they are. Right when I went, why would you stop? That is so cute. Mrs. Beadle's Lemon Verbena Perfume, 1857 formula, Little House on the Prairie, Rose Absolute Vintage Perfume. Why would you ever stop? What is this one? Extra Strength Lust Pheromones. No, I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that. Why would you ever get rid of that? You take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and then you have the facts of life. Oh my God, they show it right here and everything, the picture. Laura. You can actually order scented candles, lemon verbena being one of them, from Rachel Lindsay. Oh, she's Rachel Lindsay Greenbush. That if they're still available. Wasn't she that one? She played Grace or something on the show, wasn't it? This is from 2018. Okay, Little House on the Prairie, DEI. Can you still order it? Let's look and see. Na 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 na. DIY lemon verbena feed sack sachets. Does look like junk. Have you guys ever seen that YouTube channel? Where it's like they have like a cat, like it looks like Little House on the Prairie, and they're cooking food and stuff like that. Oh my God, I love it. They get hundreds of thousands of views. I'll tell you what it's called here in just a second. Oh, she shows how you can make a whole. What, can you buy anything on here though? Is it? Who is this? Is Little House on the Prairie shop? What can we get on there though? Is this like Sister Wives Closet is all closed down? Oh, they got home decors, books, and TV. Oh my Lanta. No Hello Kitty. They got little dolls and everything on here. I think I want to get something. What is this? Limited edition yesterday Laura blouse. Oh, you can get the blouses that Laura Ingalls Wilder wore on the show, and she was. Oh my Lord, not the limited edition 50 Years of Loving Laura Henrietta Bonnet and Wine. Can you get the lemon verbena? Oh my God, you can get a Prairie Charms tote bag. It says Little House on the Prairie on it. You can get a hoodie that says 50th anniversary Little House on the Prairie. Oh my God, there are tote bags that say Team Manly on it with this picture. You guys, and a heart around it. Imaginary boyfriend. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's Nellie Olson tote bags. You guys, this is unbelievable. Are these available? Happy Hanukkah from the Dalton family. Walnut Grove. I mean, these bags are unbelievable. These are so good. Can you still buy these? Beauty is Fleeting with Nellie Olson's picture on it. It's crew sweatshirt. Bonnet head, it says on here. Team Manly. I'm getting that Team Manly shirt. Unisex. Oh my God, can you get that? I'm getting that t-shirt. Manly. Oh my God, you can. It's $31. I am so getting that. Oh my God, Team Manly. Manly. Here, I want you guys, anybody that's interested, to look this up. Team Manly. I'm going to see if it pulls up. Team Manly t-shirt. Okay, let's see if it pulls up. It doesn't. Team Manly, Little House on the Prairie. Little House on the Prairie. Because I know somebody's going to want to look it up and I won't be able. Oh, there's a t-shirt that says WWCD, What Would Charles Do? I think I might have to get that t-shirt. That is almost too fantastic. Okay, well, the website, in case you want to buy it, is from littlehouseontheprairie.com, and it's the gifts. But I think I want this t-shirt that says, What Would Charles Do? What would Charles Ingalls do? It's just too good. It is just too, it's got a picture of him leaning on a fence like that. Oh my God, I miss that show so much. Oh, you can get plaques. You can get a mug that says, What Would Charles Do? That is genius. Oh no, there's like a Mr. Bill t-shirt. I might have to get that for $31. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Etsy has one. Oh, she's cute. And this one, What Would Charles Do? I like this one better. It's $22. What Would Charles Do? Okay, that is so cute. Sizes. I wonder what size I would wear. I really like that. Do they have? Is it unisex? It's on a woman. It's cute though. I think I'm gonna have to get that one. Nellie Little House on the t-shirt. What does her say? Oh my God, they've got Nellie Olson tees. They've got all kinds of t-shirts. Harriet Olsen, the original Karen, it says on here. Oh my God, you guys, some of these t-shirts are so good. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to get, what would Laura do? Phone case. These are too good. I did not realize there was a whole world of this Little House on the Prairie stuff. Okay, I gotta get off here because y'all are making me waste my money. Okay, and I'm not buying any of this stuff right now. So I'm gonna get off here. What is going on? Did Mel ever text me back? Oh, she did. She said, LMFAO, you weirdo. How's it going? Good. I'm enjoying my ketchup. Nikki texted me too. All right, I'm gonna get off here now. Well, that was fun. Look at the lighting. It just went way bad, didn't it? Watch. Corrected. You better come correct. Just give me my thumbnail. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. Go visit all of my channels where I filmed videos all today on all of my channels. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. If you are watching this on Friday morning, getting ready for work or your weekend or whatever, I hope that you have a fantastic beginning to your weekend. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena, and happy June to y'all.